Can he do it? One of America's most famous mayors runs for a second term, and tonight we'll learn if Rahm Emanuel wins or faces a runoff. Good evening on this election day in Chicago. I'm Allison Rosati.
And I'm Dick Johnson in for Rob Stafford. Since the city changed to a consolidated election back in 1999, no incumbent mayor has faced a runoff. We have one hour left till the polls close, and Mayor Emanuel is, that's his campaign headquarters, where NBC5's Marianne Ahern is standing by.
It has been a frenetic day of campaigning, of course, for all of the candidates. And as far as Mayor Rahm Emanuel is concerned, he headed to a key target area for him, African-American voters. Early today, Mayor Emanuel was phone banking on the south side, stopping as well at a Target and an L stop. For lunch, Emanuel met with co-chairs of his campaign while allowed the media into this photo op. There weren't many photo ops at this campaign, far different than 4 years ago.
We've all run for office. You always have on election day butterflies, and that continues to be that way. The common theme is how are we going to improve our schools so our kids have a great education, how are we going to invest so our small businesses can succeed, and how do we continue to build this great city for our families and our children.
Turnout much lower than 4 years ago, perhaps in the low 30 percentile. Might that benefit the mayor? The polls will be open for 1 more hour. Reporting live from Plumbers Hall, Marianne Ahern, NBC5 News.
Marianne, thank you. NBC5's Marion Brooks is at Jesus Chuy Garcia's campaign in the West Loop. Marion, lots of optimism heading into today. What are you hearing?
Well, I know that the candidate is here at the Alhambra Palace in the West Loop. They say, he's not talking to us right now, but his staffers say that they are energetic, they are optimistic, and they are very hopeful for a runoff. And not taking anything for granted either. Garcia started his day before the sun came up. He went to greet voters, talked to reporters, cast his vote a little bit later at a little village polling place, had lunch with supporters at Manny's Diner, which, as everyone knows, is an election day favorite, and tells us he feels a little battle tested after being the target of Emanuel's multi-million-dollar political PAC.
He's tried all kinds of things. He's had people in high places come in to try to save him, but we think that people power will prevail this evening. We're very excited and building on the momentum, and our army of volunteers throughout the city of Chicago will ensure a tremendous victory today. We will make history in Chicago.
You hear him. He is predicting a runoff and certainly very hopeful. Live at the Chuy Garcia headquarters in the West Loop, Marion Brooks, NBC5 News. Back to you, Dick.
We will check in with you throughout the night, Marion. Thank you. NBC5's Lauren Jiggets is in the Loop at the Willie Wilson campaign headquarters. Lauren, what's the mood there tonight?
Well, Dick, Dr. Willie Wilson is here at the hotel right now. We're told that he's taking a nap, but earlier today he told us that he's very confident that he's going to win it all tonight. First-time political candidate Dr. Willie Wilson says he's feeling optimistic. Wilson's campaign is focused on job creation, reopening schools, hiring more police officers, and eliminating red light cameras. Today, they focused on what they called early voting irregularities. Wilson's attorneys will focus on that, while the candidate focuses on winning tonight.
I feel good about it. This is the first time in an election, you know, so obviously we're going to stay positive about it. We feel good.
Wilson has poured around $2 million of his own money into this race, and we expect to hear from him around 7 o'clock tonight. Reporting live from the Swiss Hotel, I'm Lauren Jiggets, NBC5 News.
Thank you, Lauren. NBC5's Rob Elgis is in River North for us at Alderman Bob Fioretti's campaign. And Rob, the alderman has also been very busy today, like the other candidates.
Yeah, that's right, Allison. With about an hour left until most of the polls close, Fioretti's campaign tells us he's still out stumping. He's on the south side visiting some precincts, and he'll probably head here likely after 7 p.m. So like all the candidates you just heard from, he's been out today, stumping up to the last minute, shaking hands and urging people to get out in the cold and vote. And that's one thing he mentioned a few times today. He believes this miserable weather is going to affect voter turnout.
We can make a new direction for this city that serves everyone and not just the privileged few and those at the top. This is a time for the people of this city to come out, vote, express their conscience, and make sure that they're heard.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dick, you can tell by his face it was cold out there, and he believes he's still optimistic that there will likely be a runoff. We're going to be here all night. We'll bring you updates from the alderman as he arrives. We'll join you again a little bit later tonight. Live downtown, Rob Elgis, NBC 5 News.
And all the candidates have been working hard. Thank you, Rob, including perennial candidate William Doc Walz, who cast his vote on the west side early this morning. Walz is currently running last in various polls with just 2% of the vote, but he says he remains undeterred. Walz is running on a platform of boosting job creation in neighborhood businesses.